Swallow and the Pumpkin Seed, a tale from China. Farmer was out in his field, and here comes a swallow. And he knew which one. She has a nest right near my house. She looks worried. She's flying fast. She went around and around, and then started back. Oh, she wants me to follow her. And so that's what he did. Followed her back, and then she swooped down under the tree where her nest was. And he looked down, and there he saw a baby bird with a broken wing. It had fallen from the tree, fallen from the nest. So he picked it up oh so gently. And he looked at the mother bird up on her branch. And then he walked over to his porch, and there was a cushion on the chair. And he set it on the cushion. He didn't carry it inside so that the mother bird could see that her baby was going to be taken care of. And he went inside and he got a bandage. And he came back and he wrapped the bird's wing in against its body so that it could heal there. And then he went back inside and he found a little dropper so he could feed this little baby bird. And he fed it, and he sat out on his porch and then put it back on the cushion. That was its new nest. And the mother bird could return to her other babies. And the days went by, and soon it would be the time for the swallows to fly, as they did every year. Far away, he didn't know where, but he knew they came back every year too. And he wondered, oh, will this little bird be able to make it? I think she'll be able to fly now, but that's a long way, I think. They're gone for a long time. And the day came when all the swallows were going to fly, and he unbandaged that baby bird, and he sent off. And there it goes. It's flying, but it's kind of like a limp a little bit. But it's flying. And he watched her go till it was out of sight. All the birds, swallows were gone. I mean, it took a while because other swallows would fill the sky, on and on. And he wondered if she would make it. And more time went by, and oh, the season, they're coming back. Here they come. Oh, I wonder if my little bird will make it. And then he saw her. It still had that little kind of wing limp. And she had something in her beak. And she flew over the farmer's head around 1, 2, 3 times. And she dropped. And the farmer, it was a pumpkin seed. And he nodded to that little bird. The bird flew on. And he took that pumpkin seed and he said, oh, I'll put that in my garden behind my house, not out here in the field. This will be my special pumpkin. And so he planted that pumpkin seed and he waited. And sure enough, there it is. A nice pumpkin. Beautiful. I think it's time to take it off the vine. Maybe I'll make a special, a little pumpkin pie maybe or something. And he took it inside and he cut it open and he looked at, whoa. It's full of gold. It's full of gold. The pumpkin is full of gold. He couldn't believe it. He picked up that pumpkin full of gold. He ran outside. Wow, this is unbelievable. The neighbor farmer heard him. Came running over. What's unbelievable? What's unbelievable? Look inside this pumpkin. And the neighbor looked and, wow, is that gold? Yes. Why did you put gold in your pumpkin? I didn't put gold in it. I just cut it open and the gold was in there. The gold was in there? Yes. I think it was because I was kind. What? Yes, you see, this baby bird fell out of her nest right over there. And I picked her up, the mother told me. And I picked her up and her wing was broken. And so I wrapped it up very carefully. And then I fed her with a little dropper. And finally she could fly again. And I didn't know if she'd make it. I didn't know if she would make it for the long fly away, the migration. But she did, and she came back, and she dropped a pumpkin seed in my hand, so I planted it, and then now it's grown, and you see, gold. Wait. Now tell me again. Now, so the wing was broken, right? Yeah. I mean, I didn't break it. I mean, it fell out of the tree and broke its wing. Okay, and then, so the wing was broken and then you like wrapped it up, right? Yeah, and took care of it. Okay, and then when the time to leave, you let it go, right? So the neighbor went back to his farm and he climbed a tree where there was a swallow nest. And in that swallow nest was a baby swallow. And he grabbed that baby swallow and he broke its wing. And he took it down from that tree and he wrapped it up and he fed that bird. And the time went by. And it was time for the migration. So he said, you could fly, you better fly, and bring me back a pumpkin seed, a pumpkin seed, a pumpkin seed. Bring me back a pumpkin seed. And the bird flew away. Bird flew away. And the time went by. And here they come. And the neighbor farmer stood with his hand out, and here comes his bird. And sure enough, it has a pumpkin seed, and it drops it right in his hand, and he takes it and he plants it, and he lets it grow, and he lets it grow, and it was pretty big. But he said, no, I want more gold. I'm gonna let it grow bigger. And you know how big pumpkins can grow. He grew it so big, he could barely pick it up. And then he took it into his house, and he locked his door, and he locked his windows. He didn't want anyone to see. And he cut it open. Oh, gold, oh, gold. Flames shot out of that pumpkin. Flames flew out and caught the roof on fire. Caught the roof on fire. It started burning. And the neighbor ran out and he looked at his house. Burned to the ground. And that's the story.